mirror. Well, not really, since you guys are using different moons, but yeah.
It's using the wrong moon. Really.
Pixel knives.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Oh right, damn it, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
Right, it's not just pressing 2 buttons. Ah!
Yep, you need to press forward.
Oh, the fuck?
Yeah. Knife grabs after knife throws.
It's closer than before.
Yep, definitely. You warmed up, he tired down.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Works.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Now he's gonna try to do harder.
I wonder if I was mute on stream. Apparently it was decent. Well, not decent, but I was not mute on Discord and mute on stream or something like that.
Okay, but... well, okay.
Yeah, no, so
You're here now.
Yeah, I mean, I was always here on Discord, I guess, so that was okay.
Depends. Did you say anything during the match?
No, but yeah, I was talking to you before,
then I
so
would
yeah.
know. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you were muted throughout the entire stream.
I would think so, yeah.
So you did this on Melty Blood twice.
Yeah, but that's not because of Melty Blood.
No, it's not. It's just happened to be on
Yeah.
Melty Blood. Yeah, just, you know.
Yes, but
But
just
people
earlier,
watching
like...
the upload later, it's like,
Yeah.
who are they talking to?
Yeah. Just like earlier,
Just-
for some reason, when I was doing like my shortcut to unmute myself, it was not working, so I clicked on the icon, and that's certainly when I made a desync
Yeah.
between
Why
the
did
two.
you do so much damage?
Yeah, that happens.
Because it's Crescent Moon.
Well,
No, she
fuck.
just stabs hard.
No, I just know combos.
Yes.
Sort of.
Pretty
Yeah,
much the
half
argument
moon
against
is-
everybody I fight, they know combos. Damn it.
Yeah,
Not that
well,
way.
yeah. Generally, full moons are good if you don't want to do too much combo stuff. Half moon is a little in,
So
in
is that
that
Porosio?
direction though, so it's alright. Yeah, there are some where this doesn't apply. I'm just saying in general.
What I remember of full moon is that it's just stiff.
Yeah, that can be the case.
It's
I
only a
just
bit
don't
more
like when
footsie.
they play stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's only like
you're still doing okay.
yeah. I'd say that full moon is more footsie-ish and good at neutral.
Right,
That's
right, wrong meter, god damn it.
Good job.
So if
Ken.
Trying at
someone
my
is
meter, why is the special not working? For fuck's sake.
if someone's in blood heat and they're mashing that parry, then that is what they want to land, that parry super. Just grab them.
Well, I was mashing as well, I
I'll
couldn't
do a
hear
low
you.
overhead.
I understand that, just saying.
Yeah. Aye.
If they're mashing the parry, then they probably believe that that is their meter. I guess that's the version for that.
Imagine a game where the one who mashes harder is the one who has the meter, and there's only one meter bar.
I believe such games exist. They're probably Dragon Ball fighters.
Why would I not be surprised?
Yeah, though to be fair, I don't know a single one that works that way. Except
like
for beam
just one
battles,
bar?
those... Yeah, that I don't... I know
Yeah.
Dragon Ball games with like a shared bar, but that's like usually like some sort of what's it called? Momentum meter.
Yeah.
And I don't think that has to do with mashing in those games.
So DBZ
but beam
fighters are like
battles,
boxers thing.
yeah, basically. Um, yeah. Hmm. Mash is the hardest.
Why am I always stucking from highs? God damn it!
I don't know.
That's not the way it works.
Okay, of course.
Indeed.
What is the stand of points?
It
2-0
says
for you. Pretty much.
2-0? Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I think it were 2 games. Don't know if I
Okay,
just
so-
erased one in my mind. I don't remember.
Yeah, it could. Next one is definitely like, unless you lose.
So it's definitely the last one.
Yeah, because it did say 2 wins over his life bar. I just don't know when Melty Blood counts it. I guess we'll see now. Challenger, challenger. Okay. Oh, was that just for the rounds? Okay, then I guess this is.
It should be like just a win streak, cause arcade, right?
I think it reset because I changed characters.
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
like it. In the yeah, okay.
God damn it!
In
Why
that
can't
case,
I
I'm
hit
not sure.
something
Sorry, I
with
was kind of relying on that thing and didn't really realize how to read it. It's alright, you switch characters, that's illegal anyway. You lose. Just joking. But yeah. It's alright, just play this match I guess and then deal with that.
Oh, that was cool.
Nice.
This time I... Ah, only 2 lasers this time.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the third one is.
Me too, actually.
Well, I won't complain.
Yeah.
If you're finished with a goddamn laser foot, then... I...
Jump C. Rough button. Hard to deal with.
Fuck's sake!
Yep.
Ah! I
how
can't
that
duck, I
button
can't
works.
jump into it.
I have a hard
You
time with
can
that
normally.
thing too.
No, because
Yeah,
I'm
like,
getting hit.
Yeah, you have to preempt her jump basically with like a jumping A
Yep.
or something like that. But that it means getting like used to the jump
Ah,
time. It's
GG's.
hard. I spent a bunch of rounds getting killed by that before really getting it.
You should really change moves.
Shut up. How you change
Okay.
your face?
Now it's
So-
pretty.
No, it's not, and you
pretty,
know it.
is it? Both of you didn't make it to the offline event next time, so I'm just going to assume you guys are both very ugly, so whatever.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, anyway, Vic, I guess you can, I mean,
Yeah,
Phoenix,
first.
you can rehost and Vic can join. Let's do
Sure.
it that way, since we were
And
just
I'm
on the...
out for today.
Yep,
Gotcha.
Okay.
Good night.
Night.
good night. Okay. Body ba bum bum. Not in game yet.
Can I set default values for rollback and input? Input delays?
Sorry, what?
Excuse me?
You know the default values when you have to input delay and rollback.
Yeah, maybe you can in the text file. Indeed, didn't really ever occur to me to do that. You know where you set your name? Maybe
Yep.
there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Da 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 da. Okay. So,
Are you Celica or what? Just throwing yourself from halos.
she does that. She just slides right into people.
Stab.
Oh, okay.
What?
Armor.
Fuck you and your armor, will ya?
Yeah. Brief point of armor there.
It's a grab.
Yep.
Fuck
That's
you.
a grab. Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Little power girl also has some grabs. When I say some, I guess I mean actually not a small amount. Just yeah.
No,
Guess I'll
that's-
look up that combo round.
What the? What's the range on that thing? God damn it.
Well, that's a long slide, and I can charge it. So, yeah,
The fuck?
pretty good.
Yeah.
何が面白いんだか。
Just slide
Slide
off.
better than any slide.
What?
What?
The fuck? Okay.
It was a launch, so okay.
I will have to clip that after that, because that makes no sense.
Oh my
I hit-
god!
I hit you while I was in front of you with the back of my move, and while I jumped, it released the momentum.
Yeah, something like
That's,
that, but that's...
That's one of them fighting game bug tweet level
Yeah.
things.
No, not this one. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite funny. Ouch, ouch.
Yeah. Who says Neko Chaos is the only one that can slide across the ground on its own? Obviously, Yumi Donka has a secret tech here.
No, I don't want that. Oh.
Fuck. That was
Yeah,
my
she has a-
plan.
She has a super wave dash somehow.
Yeah, grounded one. Okay.
I see. Oh,
What?
it's a word. Why am I missing that?
What the fuck? Just getting punched around the map.
Pretty much. Lot of charge move. Charge punch, I mean.
Charge punch. Some weird mix of Makoto and Celica. Oh god. Stab.
Yeah, maybe it is. You could have told me that I was mute. Or like that. I see it normal. But yeah, apparently weird confusion on my part and I got mute mainly just for the stream. No. Well, I guess you didn't pay attention. Oh no. I should say like you didn't think that people were talking alone.
What?
We're
Maybe they-
talking.
Yeah.
It's downstream.
What the?
Okay, truly.
I put the actual combo route that people do in the Discord chat if you wanna have a look at it between rounds. Because it's a little different to what I do actually.
The delay. And 5C? Oh. 2C. 2C? 2C? Okay.
One of them's charged, the other one's not.
Yeah, but still. You know, it's
Yeah.
like kinda weird.
It's also hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, like apparently you do end with a DP at the end, so like it's just that like looking at what like what the recovery was, I noticed that.
Look at the damage.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's nice damage. Wish I could do that. But yeah. That was basically the thing that I tried initially and was like, okay, I need to actually try an easier version. And
Let's see.
yeah. So I do less damage.
This was an overhead.
Yep.
Come the fuck.
In any case, in general, if Vick is not talking for a long time, it's not because he's concentrating on a match, it's because he muted himself accidentally.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, Vick is not one of those people that needs to concentrate in that manner.
Yeah. And if you hear someone like mainly son of talk and answer to someone that you don't hear, that's certainly me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If I'm talking to no one, it sounds different.
Well, you can talk to no one, that happens, right, on stream?
Yeah,
Can
I do.
happen.
I do that.
But
I
if
just start
you-
talking about stuff. Yeah. It's just no longer like a conversational talk. So
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, I just recount things from days of yore. No, actually, I usually talk about things that
Philosophy.
are relevant. No,
Philosophy
not
though.
philosophy, though I guess that would be relevant, I suppose.
The philosophy of stabbing somebody in a fighting game.
Yeah. Well, I am interested in maybe writing something about that one day. I just feel like I need to learn more things first. Just, yeah. I have a really solid idea about outline and chapters and everything. Just, don't wanna... I'm really careful about writing things. Like, I just like to be very well researched, so Yeah.
No use in rushing it anyway. And it's gonna take a
guess.
while at any rate.
Yeah, but there's always an argument to be made in the direction of like, well, you have to write something at some point. But yeah, like, I don't really
I'd
care.
say start writing, and if, you know, just to start getting the stuff out of your head that you're thinking, and then just
Oh, I got
rewrite it.
notes. They're there. Like, some of them got lost on my computer reset thing, but I rewrote most of it, so that's okay.
Not enough.
Oh, right, I did ABCD.
Ah!
I basically also use a lot of what I wrote to teach, so it's alright. It's not like that's lost stuff. And I watch other teaching material. There's always like surprisingly little innovation on that front, I guess, but that's okay. I think like the only person that like actually did something about teaching fighting games, or how to teach fighting games was what
Gutex?
are they called again?
Gutex?
No.
Just to trigger you.
Something. Oh, just to trigger me, I see. Yeah, no.
Who is that?
Gutex is a ex-Street Fighter 3 player turned commentator and
Entertainment.
like community guy for fighting games, but usually for Street Fighter. And Gutex has this really stupid idea of how to play an arcade stick, which works for him, I guess, but he like gives it as like an option for beginners, and I think it's like really bad. It's just without wanting to confuse anyone, I've probably said this on stream before. Basically, Gutex uses he puts his middle finger above his index finger and slams that down on a button, and that's the only finger he uses to press the button. Basically, his idea is this: if you have a thick finger like that, you'll never miss that button. I think there's something problematic with that statement to begin with, but yeah. And the other thing is, if you need to hit, yeah, it does work for him. If you need to hit two buttons that are above each other, you can just slam down your thick finger on both of them. Which, yeah, you can. But or you could just use, yeah, or you just use all the fingers on your fucking hand, like a normal human being. I don't know.
To be fair, I do sometimes double my...
on that hand?
Yeah.
But yeah, to be fair, I sometimes double my my little finger with the other ones. I don't know where it comes from. Not from watching Gutex, but I know that I happen to do it sometimes.
That's a better idea, though.
Yeah.
How are you meant to teach fighting games when there are at least 5 unique ones?
What?
Or 5 unique ones. At least 5 unique ones. I mean,
5 unique type? I guess?
Well, yeah, what do you mean? Basically what but I guess, like, regardless of what you mean, what I do usually is, like, I just ask the person, okay, we should pick, like, a game that you actually want to play, or a character that you want to play, and then I just build the lessons around that, you know? There are certain things about neutral, about pressure, and all sorts of other things that are, like, applicable to multiple fighting games, but I just do it within the context of the game that the person actually wants to learn. So for
like,
Harald,
it doesn't much help to teach somebody Street Fighter if they want to play Blaze, for example.
exactly. So, like, Harald, I taught in the context of Blaze Blue, so we of course, like, had a very different discussion about the wake-up game there with all the roles and stuff. And with Raktor, we did that in Unist, so there was, like, a very different discussion about which ranges are safe and stuff. So basically that. And once the game-specific lessons are over, if the student wants to, then I continue into general stuff and show off different games and different game archetypes, no? Traditional games, anime games, hyper fighters, you know, Marvel, that sort of stuff, Skullgirls. I usually don't do anything with platform fighters like Smash or with 3D fighters, because I'm myself not proficient at them. And I show off some other games that have, like, different control layouts, like SNK games, therefore button punch KK. I never show off Mortal Kombat.
I see.
There's just one game that does.
Screaming, Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, like, yeah, you don't need to know how to play Mortal Kombat. That's too specific. I don't show off Killer Instinct either, and just to pick a Japanese game, I don't show off Power Instinct either. It's, well, I might show that off if somebody likes funny characters.
Yeah.
But
Power Instinct
yeah.
isn't that weird.
Power Instinct
In the
isn't that
layout.
weird. In the layout, certainly. I was just trying to reach for, like, some non-American game that's kind of odd and on its own. It's like, don't really need to know how to play that. But yeah, that's kind of the direction I go in. Yeah, exactly. Too specific. So yeah. So usually the game the guy wants to play in, and then other stuff later. So right now I'm teaching Raptor. Raptor is done with his specific game stuff. So now I am just going over all sorts of other concepts with him. They're of course biased in what I think is important for fighting games. So basically, Raptor's, well, I guess for Raptor this will actually be good since he's like a friend of Vick. And he started playing like fighting games with us, somewhat with that as a background. Vick and I play a lot of random fighting games here. Once he's through with the stuff that we're doing now, yeah. Well, I mean, you know what Plato says about that, right? No, sorry, I'm just commentating on stream. But yeah, someone was just like teaching Raptor, and then whatever that face is with rainbow.
The rainbow
colors.
Kappa Pride.
Rainbow Kappa, yeah. Totally homo Kappa, basically. Yeah, but sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Something about Plato.
No, the Plato thing was just a side comment. Basically, Raptor is going to be taught to approach fighting games. So he can just do it out of the box. So he can just guess what he can play in which game and stuff like that, because there's skills you can develop for that. So that he can play with us some more when we just decide to play some game for fun. Right now he's not super ready for that. He was a little too tired today to join us for Melty Blood, so this is kind of like his second game, so he needs to first learn, hey, how do I even approach a second game? So that's kind of what's going on now.
Oh. Say Supers don't have invul here, do they?
Little and a lot of them don't, indeed.
Not sufficient to use as
The arc drive, whatever. You only do.
I'm talking about like placement level invul.
Yeah, so if you're in max or heat mode, which you unfortunately don't have like control over, I guess, unless you
So is the auto burst the reason why I seem to never have meter? Like, or does burst kill meter or not?
Yes, it does. It kills 100 of your meter. That's why I don't think that thing is good for beginners.
Who the hell had the idea to do something with that on auto?
Because someone might be too confused to burst out of a combo. So yeah.
It just seems something.
Yeah.
It seems like an important tool to just have at hand when you want it and not when the game thinks you should do it.
Exactly. Like I feel like it just takes an amount of control away from someone that actually wants to play the game. That's why it just I don't like it.
I didn't either. But I like the moveset I have at the moment, so yeah.
Yeah, that's sometimes the case. There are half moons. There are a lot of half moons with very good movesets. So it's
very funny
just a
ones.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it's the one moon I remember what I'm doing with, so... But yeah, I still
To be
like
fair,
the moveset.
yeah, then that means you could just test other moons and see if you like the moves.
Well, I tested the different moons at some point, and I remember sticking with that one the most, so...
Sure, you can try to trust your past self in that. Okay.
You know, it's still an advantage over just trying out different movesets now.
There's not many concepts to translate between all of them, but there's at least risk reward, reactive, active, and unreactable, and then some other stuff. But I'm hungry. I think actually there's a lot more. It's just that you have to apply them in different ways. It's yeah, like
Ouch.
that's like a very complex discussion. Like I've played 17 hours a week. Okay, that's
Some delay
That's
command, I guess.
it's a human average.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be tired from that. I'm older than you, I wouldn't be tired from that.
That's a bad excuse when you know it.
I see. I'm a superhuman. Don't worry, Rector. I'm just stronger than you.
Says the guy that
Then you-
can't move his foot.
I can't move my foot indeed. Oh, okay, if you're talking about tired and might get salty due to misinputs, I completely understand, yeah. I avoid
nah,
playing during...
I just generally find the...
Yeah,
now, round is over.
no problem.
I just don't like the, you know, the... you're younger, you should be tired of it. Yeah, sure, if you think so.
Hey, he's my student. I get to say this.
Well,
Yeah.
fine.
But yeah,
Not that I could stop you, right?
indeed. Yeah, but no, if you're concerned about being salty because of you being tired, sure.
No, it's just,
That's
it's just a
fine.
general
Not
thing.
you. Not you, Rector. I'm
There's
talking
people
about
on the
Rector.
chat.
I was talking just about Rector because he's on. I'm trying to manage the stream at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make that more clear from now on to avoid confusion. Because I guess like you can't see.
So you're
the
talking to the
chat.
stream at the moment, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was talking. To
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
Rector
important
said he's. Yeah. So Rector said he's awake for 17 hours. And I was like, that's just the
okay.
human average, dude.
Okay, context. Yes,
Yeah.
context is good.
No problem. No, Phoenix, I wouldn't just randomly tell you, dude, I'm more awake than you. I'm older than you, I can do this.
At times
No.
I just miss parts of conversations because I'm not listening, so, you know,
That's okay. Yeah, no.
well,
That's fine. Anyway, I'd reply more to what Camaro said, but if Camaro is currently not here because he's getting food, then that's kind of pointless. So I won't.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't trigger me.
ow. Nice plates.
Oh,
Yep, they're
I
nice.
really need to learn a combo with her. But at some point I really need to stop learning combos for all these characters.
I don't know, it can help break the monotony of rock. So as long as you're still learning rocks, it's okay.
I thought it was rock, DP rock, or something like that.
You say monotony,
yeah,
but that's quite different. There's a lot of different
It's what it
rocks.
feels like.
Sorry, I'm not an expert on rockeology.
Yep.
That's not my field.
It's
I didn't
geology,
sign up
isn't it?
for that. Yeah, I know. It is indeed geology. Just trying to make a joke.
Maybe it's also archaeology, depending on how old the rocks are.
No. But you might have to date some rocks if you're doing archaeology, indeed. But
Okay, yeah, date
Seems like a
that,
lot
yeah.
of effort. Can we
Yeah.
just get to the bone of it?
the bone of it is, I guess.
I know that one was
Um,
really bad. Painful. I don't
No,
care.
that's
What's my
that's
fave scene?
okay.
There we go.
Oh, it was a joke. Now I understand.
Wow, some delay on that.
Well,
Adjust the delay settings on the jokes, okay?
yeah.
Ah,
Input delay it's set from 2 to
Joke
0,
delay.
I guess. yeah.
fuck's sake!
What else does she has though? Like yes, she has trap, but she has something else. I think she has a DP.
I'll keep going until half and then I'll be off.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
My fingers are getting tired. I haven't played this much in one go since. It's been a
Oh
while.
yeah, we're over length anyway. It just seems to always happen with Melty.
Well, if it, well, you know,
Sure.
when you're going at, but
Yeah, exactly. People are usually like, okay, most people left, and then 2 or 3 people are like, whatever, we'll still play. Vick's always one of them. I'm
like
never one of them. I just
like the
hang
20
around.
last games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Double Dorito.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was. Holy shit. Ah! I'm gonna stand here. No.
You can
no.
actually walk through them.
Yeah, and then you press a button and launch them.
Sure, but I'm just saying that you're not actually trapped there.
Yeah, you can jump and block, right? Which is
Yep.
also.
But until I'm in the air and blocking again, I can't get hit. And I don't have the reaction time.
Sure, but I have to actually
You
do
don't
like an
have to-
input to make them active. Otherwise,
Yeah,
they
you're
can't
faster
touch
than
you.
him.
Like yeah, you
Yeah,
can run
so-
through.
Yeah, I just hit 9-1 basically, like a reverse super jump, and that's how you air block if you really need to.
Mana. The one time so far that the auto burst was useful. Congratulations, Half Moon.
Well, once in a lifetime. Oh, that kick just went in. Hmm.
Oh right, I'm not actually involved with that. Ah!
That
Ow.
was. Okay, I see.
I really don't find that many move.
I see.
I guess she doesn't have that many move. Doesn't have a tutu, which is kind of weird for a Lin.
I see. Have you tried half circles?
I guess not. Doesn't walk forward. No.
Well, I think half circles, 2-2s, DPs in both directions, quarter circles in both directions, and that stuff also in the air is all you got. So, yeah.
So she has, yeah.
Aerial half circles. That's a thing for
That's my
arcade.
traps.
Oh, okay.
Basic.
They're not quarterback? Okay.
Well, quarterback, sure, but there is no half circle on this direction. Otherwise, I would have gotten by accident.
Yes, you would if you're doing halfies. Halfsies, yeah.
Yeah. That was cool too, but you reversed my controls actually.
Yeah.
It's the wrong one.
I prefer lentil soup actually. It's what I'll be eating today.
I don't like lentil at all.
What's lentils? Linsen, oder?
Linsen, ja.
Linsen, ein Topf immer wieder schön.
Lins? Like Linne?
I don't know what's the English
That's what
thing
we
for
call
it?
them. Lentils.
No, Linseneintopf. What's that in English? What's Eintopf in English?
Oh, Eintopf, right. I kinda forget.
Yeah, me too.
I
My
just say
vocabulary isn't
lentils.
strong in that part.
Yeah. It's not really a word I have to use a lot in English.
It's not a stew, is it? No.
Actually, that is, yeah. People just wouldn't say lentil stew. I think the English don't actually say that. I mean, Camero just said lentil soup, so maybe that's what they call it. Though I find it odd to call something so thick soup.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like with schnitzel and steak, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda.
Like, a steak is not... It technically is, but it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, Ractor stew is the correct word, but English speaker wouldn't say lentil stew. Like, that would imply a different kind of composition.
A stew is more fluid, isn't it? Like more like...
Not necessarily, no. There would be more stuff in it, though. Schnitzel, ja, but not exactly Ractor.
Ah, gut, Wiener Schnitzel. Ah.
Yeah. We are German. These American terms are not ones that we have to abide by. It's really hard to talk that way.
You will be assimilated in time. Don't get too
Yeah.
used to your American terms.
Yeah. Oh, right. Actually, like Felix might find this funny. So I started playing Fault, no? The visual novels,
No.
Oh, yeah.
and I do all the voices for it myself, no? Because that's something I do with visual novels, because it's fun for me, right?
Okay.
I really should record myself, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
I imagine it interesting, to be honest.
Yeah. So there's that robot girl, right?
Yeah,
Who has
mm.
trouble with emotions in the first one.
Yes.
I gave her like the super German voice. That's just it. So
Okay. Oh.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
imagining that.
Yeah.
Nutritious!
yeah. The main mana crafter character girl with the purple hair. I gave her like a deep American Southern accent.
What? Okay, if you think so, I don't imagine it fitting, to be honest, but
No, I just don't like reusing voices, so that's just kind of what I do. I don't try to do fitting voices because I can't actually, like, I'm not a voice actor, right? So I don't actually have like a good range. So I tend to go for accents, no? Just because it's easier. Like sometimes I do go for darker, lighter, something, or just make the accent thicker.
sorry, I'm just imagining Retona now with a really strong, Southern redneck accent. Like,
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
that's totally what I gave her.
What do you give Sophie?
Oh,
The princess.
I don't know, kind of like a normal girl voice, I guess.
That seems unfair.
That one wasn't too special. Yeah, every other
just-
character has something special, but with
So
her, I
it's-
just went. Yeah.
Now it's the princess with the redneck guard and the German robot. Oh boy.
Yes, exactly. That's what Fault ended up being for me. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to continuing that. Like.
Are you through with both?
No, I'm on the beginning of the second one.
Ah, okay. Say, do you happen to have picked up what's that one called? Fairy Bell and Marco. Blah blah blah.
That new one?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No. It's if you're through with
Yeah, I'll
Fight
get to
Above,
that
then-
one. I'll do them in publication order, basically.
Okay. Oh, there's also a so far real good STP demo on Steam.
STP?
The next one.
Oh, right.
The
Yeah,
prequel one.
that's fine. I'll wait until the full version's out. Like with the visual novel, like that. Also with the quality of that one, like. I'll just read them.
It's gorgeous so far.
Yeah, like it's. I'm interested, so since I know that I'll play it anyway, right? Don't need to look at the demo. That's kind of how I feel about movie trailers too. I will watch this movie anyway. I don't need to watch the trailer.
Yeah, I think that's
Just.
a good move because some trailer are like stupidly spoiler-ish.
Yeah.
Or which are just the best scenes of the movie.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is this Neko World by any chance?
Kinda, right? It looks kinda cartoony.
Yeah.
Yes. It also reminds me of Dust City, to be honest. Or like the solely the art style.
I guess I don't know that.
Ah!
Okay. So yeah, Camero, you said there's not many concepts to translate between all of them for fighting games. I guess to put it another way, it's like there's a lot of concepts that just don't apply in the same way to a lot of games, fighting games, but there are actually like a lot of concepts that have like variations in pretty much every fighting game. I mean, that's kind of the cool thing that I like about fighting games, and I guess that's also why the FGC is kind of, along with speedrunners, sorta the only community that plays a lot of different games. That if you really hunker down and learn one fighting game really good, then you have very good, very good tool set to just jump in and get into other fighting games. And basically, when I teach stuff, I try to go in that direction. And also, when I learn stuff myself, I try to make connections between things, see what is different, what is similar. Yeah, that sort of stuff. I mean, I learned philosophy, so I kinda have like a historical, analytical approach sometimes too, so I just like looking at design choices and stuff like that as well. Like which game came out before which one and what influenced what. It's just an interest of mine that also is reflected in that. I'm looking forward to those lentils.
No. Shit.
Big dropping stuff.
Well, yeah, he's dropping rocks.
Right.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, and I guess because I know enough philosophy that I know that I may have said something bad. And I say an analytical approach, I just meant that in the most general terms and not philosophically. I actually have nothing to do with analytical philosophy.
What the hell is analytical philosophy?
You don't want to know.
That's what I was
Fine,
going
then.
to say.
I thought the entire point of it was, you know, to have different people interpret stuff and then work shit out from there.
You're 100% correct. Let's just say that there's a group of Americans who were like, you know what, reading these European authors is kind of hard. If we just like concentrate on language, then I'm sure that we can make everything seem logical without having to learn their stupid shit. It didn't work, but people still try. That's of course my very negative opinion about this school of thought. But yeah.
So they
Doesn't
just
matter.
give like everything one sentence so they understand it from there.
I would want to defend them from that, but yes, it's actually right sometimes. So, yeah.
Or to say it other way, try to run the philosophy down, like language map, quote unquote.
Yeah, some of them. Like there's different ones that try different things. Some think that like you should just have like a simplified language and everything is all right and can be understood from that. Then you have the complete opposite, or sort of complete opposite, which are like you need to create a logical language, kind of like a philosophical version of what people tried to do when they made Esperanto. There's other approaches too, which try it more historically. How has a word been used in a while? Maybe we can get meanings out of that. But
wouldn't their method necessitate to know exactly how language was used at that precise point, whatever was written?
Yep.
Because else your quote-unquote values just wouldn't be correct.
Yes, and that's, dare I say, a very German philosophical answer towards that, which isn't really seen that way by them. So it depends on like how you look at, how you view history, documents, language, and Germans indeed tended to go in the direction of saying like, okay, we no longer know how the words of the past have been used. Sure, we can read them and we can understand certain sentences, but we don't actually know the connotations. So this is actually not an approach that's possible. That's I think Oswald Spengler, like a
That
German
sounds like
conservative.
just like a bad excuse to ignore a couple of, centuries, millennia of written word.
Yeah, that to be fair, that's a fair criticism.
Like we're
it's,
saying we don't understand it, so we shouldn't bother with it. But if you have, you know, enough of it, you can, I guess, interpret backwards because you see the.
that was
shit.
actually also Spengler's point. So Spengler went in the direction of saying, and then we'll stop with that philosophical drivel and get back to fighting games somehow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Spengler basically, his point was that the interpretations we make are the interpretations based on our current understanding and the way we use language, but that doesn't mean that we can't make those interpretations. In fact, we have to make them. So he actually made like a gigantic philosophical volume that starts out with him saying, this work, it has nothing less than the purpose to predict the future of all cultures. He was pretty crazy. But cool guy, I guess, in a way. But yeah. No longer looked upon as like a very nice guy. Like he was, the Nazis hated him, to be fair, but he's one of those authors that comes right before the Nazis. So he was someone that they read and were like, you know, some of the stuff he's saying is kind of cool. Just they didn't like him, and he didn't like them, so it didn't go well for him. Yeah, just okay. But enough about that. Back to Melty and fighting.
Back to the rocks.
Back to rocks and knives. Yes.
Rock and stone. Break my bone.
Yeah. Stuff that actually matters.
Yes.
And if you're like philosophically minded and you don't believe me that this actually matters, then read Yukio Mishima. There you go. Just apply whatever he's saying to you need to do bodybuilding and martial arts training and stuff like that to doing fighting games. And there you go. That's my approach.
加減はできないぞ。重いお仕置きといきましょう。ラウンド1、ファイト。まだだ。
Fucking shit. Oh wow, that's a giant button for R2R.
Now it works. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Of course, when it doesn't connect anymore.
Yeah. Fight though.
Fucking shot to be.
Fucking witches. Ouch.
Not really. 3k for like a raw like outdrive is nothing.
Your damage is consistent though.
It's consistently deadly, I'd agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little ups and downs in between don't really matter, but it's consistently deadly.
Yeah. Ah. By the way,
Yes,
I
I've
saw
seen
something. Yeah, definitely. My by the way is just like in general, not to Phoenix in particular.
Oh,
actually to Vick. If you remember, I said something like I wanted to see like some stats maybe for which games in top 8 people land how many confirms, or rather not confirms, just how many interactions they win, to see how long it actually takes people to kill their opponents, rather than this ideal thing of I hit him 3 times, he died.
Yep.
Event Hubs actually published an article that went in a similar direction, just not that in particular. It instead was like about how many hit confirms Punk landed in a set, and like it had like a couple other stats, all that aren't relevant to what I wanted specifically, but it at least also did something similar. Like someone watched a video and sat down, was like, okay, that was a hit confirm, that was this was that, and just like wrote down how many he did in that set.
I see.
I
That's
just
interesting.
like yeah, exactly, like I thought it was pretty cool, and would really like to see more of those kinds of stats for stuff, just so people don't have unrealistic expectations of how top level players win games.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it feels like they're like, oh yeah, I mean, they know their combos, so of course they hit them 3 times and they die, and kind of ignore like the 100 things that happen in neutral.
Yeah.
The
You know, it's
actually
definitely a
difficult
thing.
part.
I think like at some
It's
point
true, I
like
hit 3 combos and the enemy dies, but you gotta get to the point to actually landing a combo.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
but yeah, I think at some point there was like a group that tried to do stats, kind of like StarCraft stats,
Oh yeah?
but I don't know what happened. They kind of stopped after like 1 or 2 tournaments. I don't know.
Hmm.
Wow!
Oh wow, low profile that commander. If you ever remember them randomly, I'd like to know. Like, I wouldn't even
I
know how to
tried,
look
but I
for
couldn't
them.
find anything because I don't really know
see.
how and where they were giving like info like that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't know how to look for them right now either. With
Are you
that
talking like
information.
APM or what kind of actions?
Well, no, like actual relevant stuff in fighting game.
Like what?
Uh, number of wins against someone, number of like confirms and some stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah, so how many times the guy hit the guy
Yeah.
and then went into a combo,
Yeah,
that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it
that-
was
that
during
would be
Easter
what
and
I'd
Evo,
want.
like something pretty big to maybe
Yeah.
an international. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, to be fair, I could sit down and do that, I just don't want to.
Yeah,
it's
sure,
just,
that take a long
'cause
time.
yeah, like it's not like it's impossible work, it's just like a lot of work.
Yeah, and it was, I guess, like at least 2 or 3 people doing that. I don't, yeah, I don't know. It stopped.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ah! Why can't I block with lava afterward?
Like maybe if I made a website and I did it for the last 3 Capcom Cups, I mean that would already be like a lot of work, and then just said, hey guys, we're looking for people who would do this for a great other like stuff like Arc Revo and Climax of Night and Examo Cup. There, I think that's all
The
the
first
relevant
question
ones.
would be how much would you pay?
No, I think that would be sufficient. Like anime game fans are then like, we need to step up, and they'll just do it, right? But yeah, would
But it's
first
like a
have to
whole lot
establish
of
it.
work to step up to and then, you know,
Ah.
quality control, quote unquote.
I feel
It
like
has a
in
lot
this
of
case
problems.
we can.
Well, yeah, quality check, like, and people like messing around and stuff like that. That's a real problem, I think.
Like that the data is actually correct.
Yeah, sure. Though that's something that can be done at like a second step. I feel. More important with that to just get it going, because that people develop an interest for it, because then you develop then you have people that become critics, and they will, and then you can have quality
Yeah.
control people.
I think like if the game were
all
helping
of that's
us
important.
on some stuff like that, like some info, that would be nice.
Yeah, and I feel like if the community doesn't ask for it or present that data, that there won't be games that present it.
Say, could
Kinda.
you in theory
Kinda? But
I
Smash
have,
Bros,
like,
like, can I have like a lot of data on like how many percentage and stuff like that you did? So I don't know. You could have added like that since a long time ago.
Yeah. You were saying something, Phoenix?
Could you extrapolate that sort of data out of replays?
Yep. Not. Do you mean with code? Like have a machine do it?
In theory, like
Not on
the
videos.
replay holds data on
No,
like if you
that
have
may
the
be
actual
too
replay
hard.
file, because you have the data of hitboxes and hurtboxes.
Yeah. Hypothetically, however, there are some problems. Like the context of a match needs to be judged to say if something was a hit confirm or not. It might be hard to create general rules where something like that can be absorbed. So of course there's some rules that we ourselves use when judging that. So when somebody goes in and he hits a button and he cancels it super early into the next button, then he probably didn't hit confirm, no? But if he like took a little bit amount of time and then cancels the button, then that may be a hit confirm. But it also depends on like other contexts and which game is it, what button is this, what combo is this.
I mean,
And
directly from could a machine, quote unquote, like check out when the system would count a hit, like when you would take damage or hit a block.
yes, stuff like that would work definitely.
Or I guess then you could still interpret since it's purely mechanical data.
But do you mean like in the game directly that can do that, or do you mean like from a video?
No, I mean from a proper replay.
Yeah, like a replay reel with buttons, like Skullgirls replays, for example.
Oh, I see. Then
Yeah, if you have that
You know,
sort of
whatever
data,
phase
you can do
replay.
some of that, but like
yeah, but you wouldn't need to
it'd
grab
be
it.
limited.
I'm just saying because it would save like most of the manual work. Of course, development of that would be like hell, I guess, because you need our software that searches for exactly that and
It's also
can
hard to
work the
just-
files.
Yeah, I mean, that would work for some stuff. It could tell you like he hit this guy at second so and so, so you could get like all of the contacts, but you wouldn't know what kind of contacts they are, and you'd have to watch the entire video for it anyway. So I feel like it's ultimately not necessarily worth it. But if you made a game beforehand
Oh, come on, Melty.
with replay ducked under it again, with replay files that exploit this sort of thing, then sure, like then you can do that.
Ah,
Maya.
I'm over today, sorry.
No
Yeah,
problem.
No problem.
But GG's.
GG's.
Oh, tough games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I mean, that's how that is. How did your set with Foxfire go, by the way?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, because he's new too, right? Just not, you know him from Blaze Blue, right? So
Yeah. Oh god, please, yeah, I need to do a few warm-up runs for that tomorrow as well.
Oh, I see. You're in a BBO tournament.
Yeah, it's like I think the second time in like half a year that I even could play in it. Last time I just didn't feel up to it, and you know I'm on vacation
Yeah.
right now, so I'll take the time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then, good luck. No.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. And we're not really doing anything else on stream, right?
Well, as you can't play right now, I guess not.
Yeah.
I
We
could go
Continue the
for-
philosophical discussion about what matters in fighting games.
I won't be a
mean-
good participant in that. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think we've
It was
had
more of a
discussions
joke
like that, so-
suggestion than anything else.
Yeah, no. Maybe we'll do that as a format for something at some point in the far future. Okay.
I guess more than one person would actually need a reading for that.
No, like I think I can
Let's say it
like,
would help if more than one person would be reading for that.
well, since we're talking specifically about fighting games, it's easy as long as the one that knows the philosophy, in that case me, has a good enough idea that he can express himself semi normally. I think I can do that for that purpose, so that people can actually get to discussing fighting games. Besides, I find like the philosophical concepts that are important for fighting games aren't ones that are like super crazily difficult, like I don't know, Hegel stuff. I guess nobody knows what I mean when I say Hegel stuff, but
Nope.
it's hard for me to
Nope.
explain that. Just yeah,
Oh, is he a philosopher?
he's a philosopher.
Yes.
He's a philosopher. Yeah, no, probably just the hardest to understand human being, and it's someone who failed in a hilarious way because he was like, you know what? I will write a book in German and I will make all my terms new so that they can be understood by people that haven't actually read anything into the background. So this philosophy will be the people's philosophy, and no one understood him. End of story.
Yeah.
Just yeah, just a
Mhm.
crazy fail.
Who would have
I mean,
figured using new words that nobody knows makes people understand things better?
yeah. To be fair, I said end of story, but like basically everything after him that happened politically in Europe is either based on or based against his theories. So like
Oh boy.
Marxism and everything else. So he was extremely influential. Just saying that no one understood him. It's just very hard to read, and it did not become any kind of philosophy that normal people can get into easily.
Okay.
Yep. So will we be switching stream to something? Are you still going to play something, or
Yeah, I think I can go for some Shining Resonance refrain.
okay?
Refrain in
Yeah,
French, because I'm pretty sure that's from French word.
yeah.
But
Refrain is
refrain,
French, I
yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
Refrain. Yep. Okay, then stream. See you in however long it takes us for that.
certainly 10 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
And I see you guys later. Good night.
Yep. Bye. Good night, everyone. Whatever.